Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. And find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Chevy.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. As always, presented by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, who sponsor our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week. And we go to Nixa High School. It seems like we've been there quite a few times this school year, but down to Nixa Baseball and head coach Logan Hughes. Coach Hughes, hey, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. We really appreciate your guys' time, and we appreciate everything you guys do for student athletes in our area. So thank you.
Coach, you're 23-10 right now. Talk a little bit about the season. I know we get to visit at the leadoff club every couple of weeks, but for the people that are unable to attend that, kind of give us a rundown on Eagles baseball.
Yeah, we've had a really tough schedule all year, and that's we played 7 Arkansas games, 7 schools down there. It's the best competition we can out of Northwest Arkansas. We've been to Columbia for a tournament, and that tournament was loaded with all the best 5A, 6A schools in the state. Our district's extremely tough. Our conference is tough, and so there's really not a game where we show up to the field that's not going to be a battle. Every single pitch and every single inning. So, we've won some really big games. We've lost a couple of close games, late in games. But everything that we've seen to this point, we know that we can continue to work on and improve on. And so we've got one more game today against Neosho, and we'll see one of the best arms in the state with the Crane kid over there at Neosho, who's going to be low to mid 90s. But that's exactly what we need to see moving into the postseason. So, if we want to get to where we want to be at the end of the year, we're going to see some of those guys from some of the top 6A schools in the state. So this is a really good opportunity for our guys to prepare for that. And I feel very confident that our guys will be ready to go today. And so we've had a good season. We've had guys, these two sitting next to me have had really good seasons for us. Have been 2 big pieces of the puzzle for us, not just this year, but the last 3 to 4 years. And so we're really excited about their future. We're really excited about them today and moving into the postseason. The key is getting hot at the right time, and now is that right time. And so these two are playing really well. Jackson's going to be on the mound today, and every time he's out there, he gives us a great opportunity to win. And so we're really excited about today and then this next week moving into districts.
Coach, with just one more regular season game remaining, as you mentioned, that's tonight at Neosho. You guys are getting ready to go get on a bus, head to that. What do you feel like right now at this point of the season that you're doing really well as a team?
Yeah, I think we've been pitching really well. Our starting pitching has been really good. But kind of the key to us being in games consistently until the end has been our defense. We've really solidified a lot of things. We got one of our key pieces back last week, Max Nickel, who is an elite outfielder. And can really run, and so he makes a difference in our lineup too. And so I think just doing the little things, as good as we can, making sure that we're taking care of the baseball, making sure that we're throwing strikes and working ahead of hitters, and then ultimately our pitchers trusting our defense. And when we do that, we've got an offense that has shown we can hit 1 through 9, and we've got a couple guys coming off the bench that can really hit. And so we feel good about our lineup. A key is just for us being consistent with everything that we do. And, if we can shore up some of those little things with our consistency, we'll be right where we want to be at the end of the game with an opportunity to win. And we feel like every game the rest of the year.
Now, being a member of that Class 6, District 6, have you seeded that district yet?
No, that seeding meeting is on Friday. And so I wouldn't say it's pretty cut and dry, but majority of our game today is a district game with Neosho. So that'll be a big game for us. But I'd say, it's probably fairly cut, 1 and 2 and 3 probably are pretty well known. I would say most teams have an idea of where they're going to sit in the district at this point.
Outstanding. Well, Coach, you've got a couple young men beside you there that are the Springfield area leadoff club, a player of the year and pitcher of the year. And we'll start with Jackson Gamble, who is the pitcher of the year. Tell us a little bit about Jackson.
Yeah, he's been in our program since we got here. Obviously, his 4th year. in our program. We knew when he was a freshman that he had potential to be really, really good for us. But Jackson has earned it. I mean, he's worked extremely hard on his craft. He's done all of his arm care. He's made a jump in velocity this year because of his work in the offseason. And he's having a really good year for us offensively, batting somewhere in the middle of our lineup and playing first base. So he's exactly what you want in a baseball player in your program, a hard worker. He works really hard in the classroom, has maintained a 4.0 his entire career of high school, and does everything right off the field. And so he's one of those guys that you hope that all of your young kids will continue to watch and build their programs around and build their ability around, because he does everything right and he does everything we ask him to. And he's also he's reaping those rewards from his work. And so we're excited about him today. We're excited about his future too, moving on after high school.
Jackson, good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. On behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being named an Athlete of the Week and the Pitcher of the Year for the Springfield Area Leadoff Club.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. For example, what are you doing right now to kind of get mentally and physically prepared for tonight's game?
Well, I mean, I'll probably just take a lot of time to visualize on the bus. I think on the mound, if I can visualize like pitching inside and locating my curveball where I want, it's easier to see yourself having success if you can visualize it. So to be able to go out there and do it, I need to make sure on this bus ride that, especially with an earlier game today, it's a little different than normal, but making sure that like on the bus, I can't really do anything to get my body ready, but I can get my mind ready.
What are you doing as pre-game? Do you have routines? Baseball players typically are maybe some of the more superstitious athletes that are out there. What do you have a routine that you stick to that you do every time?
This year, no, not really. It's been weird. I've had to pitch. There's been a lot of interesting circumstances this year. I've pitched a couple like doubleheader games, like game 2 after playing first the game before. So I don't really have a set in stone routine. But on a day like today, where it's the first game, I will probably get there and start rolling out my muscles on a foam roller, and then I also have to get my hitting in to be prepared for the game. So the routine is always different with the timing of what time we get to the field and just like how much time I have to get warm with getting swings in and making sure my body feels stretched out before I start throwing.
Coming into this season, did you have any maybe personal goals or team goals that you wanted to accomplish, and have you accomplished any of those yet?
Personal goals, I really wanted to get 6 innings to start every time on the mound because I thought that'd be a quality start if I could get us to the 6th. And I think I'm averaging 6 innings to start this year. So that's definitely been a huge goal that I'm happy to get to because that gives us a chance to win if I can make it to the 6th. And then team goals, I think just have whatever it takes on the mound if I can help us get the win. So I think we have done good this year as a team, and I don't really have a ton of personal goals though, other than having quality starts.
As you coming into this season, were there games or maybe even tournaments or something that you were really looking forward to? Maybe someone on the other team, maybe it's a rivalry game. I find myself as a fan and doing what I do, I'll go through and check games, whether it's Nixa Ozark or Kickapoo Glendale or Nixa Kickapoo. Are there games that you look forward to coming into this season?
Well, this year, I would have to say I've had my hardest schedule on the mound that I've ever had. And I was really looking forward to pitching against a lot of Arkansas opponents. I play in the summer with a lot of guys from Fayetteville and Rogers and Harbor, and I got to pitch against all 3 of them, and they all happened to be ranked top 5 in the state of Arkansas. So those games have really challenged me, but I looked forward to the opportunity to pitch against kids I know and really good teams in Arkansas.
And Jackson, again, we're visiting with Springfield Area Pitcher of the Year, Jackson Gamble. Jackson, if you could get in a time machine and go back to that Jackson Gamble as an 8th grader and give him some advice based on what you know now as a senior, what advice would you go back and give yourself?
Well, I would say the more like developed you can be going into high school, the more success you'll have. It's kind of hard for me to say that if I could tell my 8th grade self to start eating right and getting in the weight room and long tossing more, that I'd gain more velo. But at the same time, you have to be able to pitch before you can gain velo. And so I would tell myself that it's important to make sure like you take care of your body. When I was in 8th grade and even freshman year, I hardly lifted or anything. I didn't really know how to work hard until like after my freshman year when I realized I could have a chance to pitch varsity. So I would tell my 8th grade self, like, this is like, you need to start working now because like the earlier you can get started, like the better you'll be set up for like talking to colleges and the future. So.
And being a senior and about being graduated at this time, and we're past Mother's Day, we're approaching Memorial Day, kind of the official start of summer, but have you made a decision with regards to next year?
Well, I'm going to go pitch at Missouri Southern, a Division II in Joplin, in the MIAA conference. So I'm excited to pitch there next fall and spring.
All right. Well, Jackson, again, congratulations on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Thank you.
All right. And alongside is the Springfield Area Leadoff Club Player of the Year, Wyatt Vincent. Coach Hughes, tell us a little bit about Wyatt.
Yeah, Wyatt's been another one who's been in our program for 4 years. He's been in the lineup every day since he was a freshman. Comes in as a young guy with a lot of talent, a lot of expectations. Coming in as a freshman, it's tough at any level to play, but especially at the 6A level, and has come in and worked really hard. He works every single day, whether that's on his speed or his strength or his hitting or his throwing. Or his defense, he works every single day to get to where he's at right now. And so another one that has earned everything. Also another 4.0 student in the classroom, and also comes from an incredible family. And so just really excited because these guys are getting what they deserve. They've worked really hard to get to where they're at and to get the opportunities after high school. And they're being recognized for their work and for the things that they've done on the baseball field. And so we're just really excited about them and their futures, and both of them getting really hot the last couple of weeks of the season.
Wyatt, good morning.
Thank you for having me on.
You bet. And again, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on being named a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Wyatt, take us back. Have you always played the position? You're playing center field right now. Has that always been your position, or had you played anywhere else?
So for a majority of my life, I've played center field. When I was a kid, I was really undersized because I was playing up a couple of years. So they didn't want me playing infield, so they moved me to the outfield. And I was pretty quick for my age, so they were like, we'll put you in center. So ever since that age, about 5, I've played center field. Occasionally, I've played left and right, but just sparingly. But majority of the time, I've played center.
Take us through how you get mentally and physically prepared on a game day all the way up to that first pitch. What are you doing to kind of get prepared?
On a typical game day where we have a normal start time, or even today we're still going to get there fairly early before the game, I try and take time on the bus, and I usually try and relax, stay calm, get a snack in, something like that. Usually don't pay too much attention about what's coming up. I usually try and relax my mind, think about, simple things. And then whenever I get to the field is when I start really getting ready for the game. I lock it in for the game. I usually like to get a nice stretch in. I enjoy talking with my friends before the game. I usually try not to put too much thought into what's going to happen into the game, because for me, most of the time that usually doesn't equate to a very well performance. So I try and keep my mind just, focused about playing baseball and just playing it fun and having a good time. They usually go and get some swings in, come back, play catch, do our outfield routines, and then go into the game with a nice, calm mindset. Any
superstitions?
A lot, yeah. Well, I have a lot of superstitions actually starting the morning of the game. But yeah, there's a lot.
He's a hitter. They all have superstitions.
Well, same kind of question. If you could go back in a time machine and give yourself some advice as an eighth grader, what advice would you give that eighth grade Wyatt Vincent?
So actually, I have two pieces I would give. One is to just continue working hard, because going in like eighth grade was kind of the year when I really excelled on my hard work. I'd always worked hard, but eighth grade was the year I kind of took it to another level. And then the other piece of advice would be just to keep my level of confidence, because I felt like going into high school I was extremely, extremely confident, and a lot of times that wavers throughout high school, and I felt it kind of wavering in my sophomore year. It was kind of going downhill a little bit, and I would just tell myself to remain positive and stay confident in my abilities.
Any games or tournaments coming into this year that you were looking particularly forward to? Maybe it's a rivalry, or maybe someone on the other team.
Yeah, playing Fayetteville was a big game because I played with a bunch of those guys in the summer on my summer team, and so it was good to play against them, see them, and I was looking forward to that game all year. I was looking forward to the Glendale game and Kickapoo game, because obviously Glendale beat us out last year. They beat us twice last year, so I was really excited to come play them this year, and we actually got to play them at their house. So I was really excited for that game. And then Kickapoo, because always a good game. Got a couple friends on that team, but it's always a good feeling to beat them. So I was really excited for that game.
And you have being a senior also, have you made a decision regarding next year?
As of now, I plan to attend Missouri State and play baseball there.
Outstanding. Just up the road there. So, well, Wyatt and Jackson, on behalf of Chevrolet and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, congratulations on winning these awards. And I have one more question for everybody in the room, and you can just signify by raising your hand. And I must tell you that I'm a mandated reporter for the Missouri State Highway Patrol, but do you always wear your seatbelts?
Yes.
Always.
Very good. Very good. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Coach, I know it's a game day. You guys are getting ready to get on a bus, but I appreciate you being flexible with us here at Missouri Sports Network.
Yeah, of course. We appreciate you guys and all you do for student athletes in our area, and we appreciate you recognizing our guys. It means a lot, and we're going to go do our best. Go get one more today.
All right, gentlemen, good luck. Have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow.
Hi, I'll have the avocado toast minus the avocado.
So, toast.
Yeah. Everything is so expensive these days.
Hey, Chevy gets it. That's why they're keeping prices down to earth, like on the most affordable EV in America. A super strong and capable Chevy truck.
And a high-tech Chevy SUV.
Why is Chevy making affordable vehicles connected by OnStar? It's so together we can do more.
We believe banking should make your life greater. It starts with affordable options to meet today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. From smart account options that fit your style to flexible loans for what comes next. It means convenient ways to access and manage your money whenever you need it and wherever you're headed. Most of all, it takes great support. Someone you can count on for trusted guidance and to be there for you every step of the way. Great options, great convenience, great support. For life. Great Southern